We're going to be doing a little lighthearted banner roast today. So it's going to be lighthearted. We're going to be joking around. We're going to be playing with you guys. We're going to be teasing a little about some of the banners and stuff. But it's all lighthearted. It's all in good fun. We're not trying to make you feel bad. And a lot of this stuff that we're going to be doing is going to be critique. We're going to be trying to give you the best advice that we can on how to improve on your banners. We did select the winners over the weekend. So we do have the top three. We're going to announce them today. I'm going to put an announcement out later today after the workshop or after the live event, the guild hall. If you want, you can actually put some feedback in on the post for Fort 2 still. Like if you like the structure of today's, we can still put some more feedback in here for today's as well. And we're gonna be doing the duck races later on too. We'll do a little bit of duck races. Yeah, there was a banner contest, Shoddy. You missed it, bro. You missed it. I'm actually kind of surprised that you didn't join in on it. I was expecting you to. Yeah, yeah. I made a big announcement here. Yeah, like I made a big announcement, and there was a bunch of people joined in. We had about 16 submissions. It was actually really good. Um, yeah, if you still want to submit a banner, you're more than welcome to. You don't have to. Oh, there goes Mr. Maddox. He is back. Um, you can still submit a banner. I'll still review it. Like I'd still throw it past Maddox if he wants to take a look at it and give any recommendations. We are live now. Welcome back, Mr. Maddox. Hopefully your computer is less bricked.
I
No
think
more
I
brick.
just had like way too many tabs open or
Yeah.
something because something got really bad really quick. It was fine before we started, and
Yeah.
then yeah, everything just wanted to die. So yeah, I couldn't switch tabs or anything. Like Alt tab wasn't working. It was weird. It was a weird one. All right, all right, all right. We're back. You guys can see my screen. I can see my screen, and I can minimize that now. Let's see where Shua's is. Blup, 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 blup. There you are.
All
All right,
right.
so
So we're gonna go over Shua's. Let me
yeah,
actually.
so I don't know what you did for an intro yet because I just got back. I'm sorry.
So
But
basically, we're doing the live roast today with Mr. Maddox. It's all lighthearted fun. Most of it's going to be critique around what the users or our friends here have submitted, and just generally trying to help them improve. But we're gonna have a little fun with it. We're gonna pick and tease a little, just good-hearted live roast
roast,
fun.
like use the
Yeah.
yeah, use the word roast lightly. What we're doing
Yes.
here is all for personal personal um, betterment. We're just trying to take what you guys did in a practical use case for what we learned from Canva 101, and you guys did really well. Like overall, what I can say notes before we dive into any of this is like amazing attempts were made, and like a lot of people have
Yeah.
a lot. Yeah, much more than I expected to receive for one, and they were all very creative with how you guys approached the prompt of like build a banner that represents you. And we're going to go over any of the things that might detract from the vision you're trying to put out. We're going to go over anything that could improve the art anyway. I just a little about me for those that don't know. Like my whole creator journey started basically just trying something I'd never tried before. It was voxel art in the sandbox, and I thought it was a cool idea. I was like, man, I wish I could do as cool a job as these guys do, building assets and building experiences. And I want to learn how to do that. So then I just jumped into a contest, and then I started streaming the process, and people had my back in chat to like learn and make a lot of mistakes together. And so now my whole mission is to basically say like anything that looks cool that I do, I want to share the process with how to do those things so that people are empowered to find their own creativity. I don't believe anybody here, well, anybody in general. I think everybody has a creative Gene, they're like, oh, well, they're just creative people. No, I think everybody's creative. I think the thing that's in everybody's way is the ability to make mistakes, the ability to learn, that people give up before they even start. So all I wanted to do was show off that, like, anything you want to try, you're going to be bad at it at first, but that's how we get better and learn how to do new things. So hopefully, if you're still in that group of like, I wish I could make a cool banner like Shua here, you can too. It's just going to take some fiddling around, finding buttons, learning Control Z is your friend, making mistakes and being willing to learn from them. So anybody we pull up, yes, like if somebody's like, oh my God, don't do mine. I probably don't care. If you submitted it, we're going to pull it up and explain, because if I poke out, with Shua, what's wrong with his banner. And when I say what's wrong is like what he can improve on. Hopefully you'll learn for your own design, what ways you can improve your own. I've been a part of roasts across like how to set up your Twitter, and those were the most helpful to me, as well as like resume roasts in the Crypto Recruiter on LinkedIn. They host a weekly space where they literally pull up people's profiles from first meeting them, and they go through what they could do better. And I've become able to present myself on my social footprint is much different than it was a couple years ago. And it's all because I was willing to, look at it and make changes where needed. Mummy, why? I brought you up, Shua. All right. So I'm going to go through everybody. And we can do this in an hour. Even though we're 11 minutes in, we'll still be able to knock it out. And the whole point again is learning. Everybody did a good job. I'm going to start there. Now let's go into what we can do to improve our designs. So this is Shua's banner here. And I like everything going on. There's a couple of themes that like everybody can take from. So you see that like you've got great background imaging. Okay. You've got your profile picture and you've got these words, and I believe you did use an effect here. I think that's the glitch effect, if I'm not mistaken, because you got the blue and the red there. So there is that effect. I'm a big fan of the shadow effect behind text, behind pictures, because then the picture doesn't feel so flat. It doesn't feel like a 2D image anymore. You've kind of made, definition of background, foreground. But yeah, no, awesome backdrop for your imagery. Now let's put it into practice. I'm Shua, content writer, NFT collector, blockchain expert. So these are three things that Shua does, right? And where else you can find Shua as well. From afar, I don't know if it's big enough for the where, and let's look at it in practice. So all good. I think you have room here to expand this all the way off to the left side a little bit, and even drop it down and make it a little bigger, just so we can read it from across the room. Not that you're going to be, away from your thing. Can you not see my screen? Oh no. Can't see my screen. Shoddy can. Shua can't.
Click his camera.
Yep, just click on me.
Click his speaker icon, and it should pop up.
Yeah.
Shua might be having issues with his internet, because Shua tends to have issues with his internet.
I'm not sharing it in any weird way. That's the weird part. Like, my bitrate should be pretty low.
Yeah, you're just sharing it as like a camera.
It's a camera. It's not a share screen.
Yeah.
What just disconnected? Hang on. We're good. Yes, Shua's seeing now? Okay. That confirm? Can we see that now? This is what I'm looking at. I'm looking at your banner on your page. And there we go. That's my view of your banner behind your profile picture. I'm gonna continue on, and it's showing up on stream, Terrace. You're all good there?
Yep, I got you here.
Okay. You can also try tuning into stream if you're having issues in the Discord, seeing what I'm doing. And it is recorded,
X,
so
Twitch, YouTube. It's recorded on YouTube. So
perfect.
If
so
you have to tune back in later on, you can.
Perfect. All right. So moving on. Another common thing that people did with their banners, which, great, we have our profile picture and this is us, but remember, you already have this free real estate on your Twitter, which is your profile picture. So doubling up your profile picture on your banner can seem redundant, even if you flip the image. So we just want to be mindful of that. Be diverse in the imagery you use on your banner, because you've already got your profile picture here. You want it to feel like your profile picture is falling off of your banner. Just, that's a freebie. You know what I mean? Anything else is wonderful fluff you get to add here. I mean that to say, mine is not perfect by any means, guys. But like, I've got my profile picture here, and then I've got an image of me, you know, around all of the NFTs I've got, right? So I got to use, and I still use the image of the wolf here behind me, but it's not the primary thing, and there's a lot more going on, so it doesn't feel. I can probably improve there too. All right, I'm not faultless by any means, and I'm learning from teaching as much as I'm, you know, teaching you guys. So please, we're all learning here together. But yeah, and then the content in Content Writer could be lifted a little bit, maybe bigger, just so it's not touching that profile picture edge. But those were the improvement notes we made on yours, Shua. I'm trying to see if there's anything else we missed.
As far as like what you mentioned before with like the information at the top, one of the big things was like, yeah, if he had expanded on those, like grew them a little, made the
bigger
larger
font. Yeah.
Yeah, and then he actually could have taken like the background from his profile picture and added the NFT character in the corner there. And that would have given him the room to still make those larger and take over like the top from left to right. And then he could have moved like Content Writer above his profile picture and then like cascaded it down from there to the right. And it would have looked, it would have filled a little more of this background space and also kind of fit the profile picture in without having to have like the actual profile picture. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. It just looks like it's two of the same image here, and we want to diversify it a little bit. I love the comments in the chat. Keep that up. And also, guys, this is not like the end. Like, I mean, you may like we have selected winners already, but I want all of this to be. I want to see your V2s. So I want to see the next iteration of what you guys take from this and turn it into your banner profile. I'm following everybody, so I will find out if you do or don't do it, and I'll be very sad if you don't. So because this is only going to improve your own page and your own footprint, so I want to see those improvements brought to life. Okie dokie. But Shua, amazing effort. I love again the background, and I love that you're putting out information and where else to find you. Okay, keep that up. GG's. All right, who's next? I'm just going down into my list here, and I'm just gonna grab people who we looked at, people who submitted. All right, so this one's Messi's. Awesome. Let's take a peek.
That's Sundex.
So we did use the profile picture. That's Sundex. Yep. All right. So, welcome to my profile. It's a little blown out when I blow it up, but it looks great in the background there. I'm not sure if this white corner was purposeful. I see that you took an image and moved it off to the side there. I don't know if you wanted that white corner, if you meant to bring it out a little bit so it hits all the borders, but if it's purposeful, awesome. And then I do see the flames. Those are fun. And you've got X here and Sun. Yep. So this is all good. Now at Sundex Leo, is this tag following you around all your socials? Is this the same everywhere? If so, very cool. Yeah, all good.
That's
there.
Another thing with branding. I mean, you want to make sure that like if I had an issue with my YouTube because mine was like Taurus Rush 9380 or something, so I changed that. And
mine's different everywhere. It's either Maddox makes art, Maddox makes something along those lines.
Yeah.
I did not do a great job of branding.
Yeah, I try to keep them same everywhere. The main problem that I had with this one was that you took the profile pic and just copy pasted the pic in there. I don't know why she didn't, but like if you look at it, it's exactly the same profile pic and it's just copy pasted in there. Same issue I had with Shields.
So I'd like to see some of the frame tools used to either round that off with the round thing you've got here, because a square on a round just feels a little bit incomplete. It looks like the concept was there, but then if you added the round frame tool, now you have yourself in like the Jawbreaker looking, background.
Or you can
So that's
remove the
cool.
background so that you have your character image the way that you
If
want
you've
it.
got the back of the
Yeah,
helmet. If not, then it looks a little cut off as well.
yeah,
Also,
yeah.
two options, but yeah, like I'd like to see more than a square there. But otherwise, and I also want to see what it looked like behind your head. I see that we haven't gotten it there. So, fix, adjust.
I did add it to my banner just to take a look at it, and
Oh,
like yeah, it fit fine. There was
okay,
no
good.
immediate issues. Like that, it was just that picture was the problem for me. You know, the way that they added it in there, it could have been done more into it.
Gotcha.
Like yeah,
Cool. Okay, but yeah, no, awesome, awesome banner. Let me go. Welcome to my profile. It's nice. It's welcoming. It's homey. You know, this is an opportunity. This is real estate to send your, catchphrase, your theme, why are we here? Welcome is not a bad message, but also like, why, cool. I'm at your profile. Now what? you know so let's expand on that a little bit, either in imagery or a message. All good there. Those are some suggestions I'd make on that one. Let's go to this is Julie's, who is la 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 la.
yeah, that's Julie.
Yep, Julie
Yep.
Slate. Very clean, very simple. I like it. Again, we're at the profile picture being redundant. I like how you used a frame. You actually used like an arched frame. Fantastic. And then you have your where else to find you. You can still make this feel simple and clean, but just make these bigger. Make those bigger.
Now,
Because it's a little
it,
hard to read even when we're blown up here. Yeah.
she never
So
updated the background for her profile pic to the one that she adjusted. Because she had
hmm,
posted it in the submission post and asked for like opinions, and like I told her like you could change slash to a pipe, might look a little better, and she did update that, and I told her that the context
nice.
that build kind of looked a little weird to me, just because of the way that it's phrased.
Contents that builds.
Yeah,
Yeah, maybe take the S off
yeah, but she
and
ended up just removing that portion. So
content that builds. That would probably. I think that's the message. I think
yeah,
content that builds.
yeah,
Again,
yeah,
language
that would
barrier stuff, and
probably
that's fine too. So just like that's where like having a buddy for like, hey, put some eyes on this. What do you think on that? Like, does it read well? Does it get the message across? Terrace is one of my buddies for that. I send him a lot of my imagery and say
oh
like, what do you
yeah, we
think?
go back and
Anything
forth all
stand
the
out?
time.
When you guys are like Julie, you might be able to get away with like taking this if you hold if you just grab all and then expand everything just so that this is about here, and then I don't know, maybe find another, either cut out your wonderful profile picture person and put them in the corner, because that could be really cool, just blown up. Those are options, or something totally different that also is on theme with what you do. But yeah, no. I think some revision on the message, some sizing, just rearrange. You don't have to rearrange anything, just make everything a little bigger. I think you'll be able to read that easier. And yeah, and I now know you're a
Yep.
microbiologist, so pretty cool. And yeah, nice on. All right, and then let's go to Clover. Clover himself. All right, Clover. We've got your name. First feel, because it feels very bottom heavy, I think Clover could be raised up a little bit. Remember the rule of thirds, where Clover could be kind of on, like, if you broke this out into thirds, right? Bring Clover on the line between the first and the second section, and then all of your what you do's on the between the second and third section. If we were to crosshatch this, right? Also, these are a little small. It's very dark as well. So if you're going to do a dark, you want to do a light. I see you did light gray, matching your Clover, but maybe a white going on with the white background. It'll pop a little more, bolded letters, and just make sure I can read that from a little further away. Back to shading. and giving dimension and depth. If you have an image, go into effects and you're going to add shadows, and you can either do the drop image or the just the over glow effect. And you can raise and adjust that so it feels like the microphone, even though it's a 2D image, that it just has a little more definition against the background. Okie dokie. Okie dokie.
The one
And then
thing I did really like about like the lettering for the clover and stuff was the gradients, the shading on the lettering, the
yeah.
the sort of like highlighting over the topics was good too, because like it fades in certain areas, sort of like a pen was like kind of lightly used, or a marker was lightly used in the corners there. That was nice, I thought.
Yeah. Good little blurbs.
Yeah,
You just want to make sure we can read it. That's it.
yeah,
That's it. Alrighty. And then the profile pic redundancy. I see you use the
yep,
circle, but I also could see it better. Like if you're going to use a circle, use that effects shadow tool, just so it pops that circle off the page. But probably a different image than what you have going on from your profile picture. Again, this is real estate as an extension of your banner because it goes with. Okay? Good. All right. Close this one out. Grab Miracle Leo. Let's see. This one initially, like right off the bat, I was really I like the energy from it. It's just clean and cool. I like the color scheme from afar, right? And everything is good. I think again with shading, you could do the effects and the shadow to make it pop off the page a little bit and feel less stuck on the page. And then the if we're gonna do links at all, you want to make sure it's not a clickable link. So I did write a note, like you don't need to add the HTTPS on the front. Discord.gg/ and then the simple vanity link is good. But also be mindful when you're using a community that you don't directly work for, or that isn't something you've built. You want to definitely be asking permission to be inviting people using this link, even though it's a public link. You can also do this in your bio as well, to also just save space on your banner, because that thing could change. And then you could also, like on the security side of things, you just want to be careful with that, because that could also open up potential security issues should that link ever go away and
yeah.
somebody take it over and then start up a copycat server. I've seen this happen. It sucks. But you don't want to be responsible for that potential security either. Again, so just like if it's your community, that's on you. If it's a community you support, it should probably be in your bio. Okay, and that way it's more easily adjusted as well. But in practice, I like it. I do feel like this is a little redundant.
He could have put it on the right side, in my opinion.
You can also move it to the right. That's another option.
And better. Yeah.
On the right, and then also even like not fully there, like cut it off the, have it run off the page a little bit, and then again the effects and the shadows can help lift it off the page. But no, it looks super pretty. I love the color scheme. Don't change any of that. But just maybe with figure out something else that goes here instead of the CGN Friends link that can maybe go in your bio. And otherwise, I maybe want this a little bigger, this banner and the letters here, just a little bigger to see that.
Could have actually made the characters smaller, put the banner on the top, right, and made it.
I want the characters bigger. I want the characters bigger too.
Really? Oh, the characters for that. I'm talking about
the text.
His character. His
Yeah. It can be bigger and off the page a little bit.
I was saying if you made it smaller, right? He could then fit that banner above it and then enlarge those things, and it would almost blend into the bottom of the page, But
I kind of like it running behind the PFP though, so I wouldn't necessarily. I mean, it's all up to you. That's the best part. You have creative freedom over your banner. We're just providing suggestions. We don't know the perfect recipe, but play with it. See what else you can do. This is a great start. I want to see more from this one. I want to see more from all, but I want to see the V2 on this as well, for sure, for sure. So GG's on that.
My main complaint about that one was the link and including CJN. And it's not because I don't want you to represent our community. I want CJN everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody's welcome to be a friend. It's not about not promoting a community. It's about that is your personal brand space.
You can use that space for you, yeah, for sure. Because otherwise you could lead somebody into believing that you're responsible for CGN friends, which has a whole lot of worry there. But also, like, if you're a part of bio, if you made it, that can go on your banner for sure. If it's yours,
if
yeah,
it's
for
your
sure.
Project, if you're the founder, hell yeah. Like that's definitely.
But yeah, we want to know about you on your banner, more than
Personal
where you hang.
Branding.
Yep. Stark. First and foremost, I'm not going to bag on your PFP too much, but your PFP is very dark. It's very hard to see the Iron Man in general. So it doesn't pop out on the image. It just gets really busy here, like a black hole. And I hate to say that, but it does. And I wanna be like, take the elements from your PFP. I don't know if this is something you made, or if like you have access to the Iron Man again. But dude, take that theme and build it into your banner somehow. If DeFi Stark is your thing, I can see the Iron Man suit outline as part of your background in some way. Huge parts of it are showing, whatever, maybe just the helmet, maybe there's a lot of direction you can go with that. Also, so Stark has his wonderful AI companion, Jarvis. Take advantage of all the ephemeral, emissive lettering, and like make it look like something futuristic and something like a virtual computer would look like. If you were playing with that could be a really cool backdrop. I'm not really sure how it connects. It looks like an ocean, maybe a beach, and a person coming out of a door. It just doesn't match up. Like if we're talking about if just your messaging right through images. The font, you have multiple fonts here, which good for playing with different fonts, but stick to a font. Find a font that works and use it across the image. If you have, I try to stick to the rule of max of 2 fonts. So if you have your banner font as one, and then you have wording font as another, right? Your regular text, make that another, but it looks like you have 1, 2, 3, and this is a bold version of this version. So there's a lot of things going on here already on the busy. So busy, let's make a little more directed. And I think that would be my biggest thing. And then, of course, like the lettering hides behind your PFP. So that would be another one. Adjust the placement of this wording here, and you should be good to go. But yeah, I want to see use of you and Stark and Web3 curator, growth lead, and community bridge. I want you to expand on that and make that more clear, because some of these could even be lumped in the same category. Maybe find one amazing message that says all these things in some way, right? A believer in decentralized systems. Cool.
One of my things that I would suggest is like the icons. You have the X icon bleeding over into the image, which kind of throws it off a little bit. But
that's on the formatting side of things. Yeah,
it's a little small, the X one, compared to the other two as well. Usually, you can set the image size.
Well, they probably went off the box that it came with, and sometimes the boxes line up when you go to like adjust the line, but your circles don't match. This is correct. So you want to just make this one a little bigger to match those circle sizes, and that's going to be a little more eyeballing and play there as well. And also use of like might be able to change the color of these as well to make different things. That's another option. All right.
but yeah, like I was thinking, like he could have potentially, and these are all just suggestions. He could have potentially like lined them up and then done a longer pipe with his DeFi Stark in the middle, like centered on the pipe, kind of like
Emma's asking if the banner color fits with the, or must the banner color fit with the profile picture? I'd like to say no. You want it to contrast. You want it to contrast from the PFP, so it so it gives that pop off feel. But if it does match, it's gonna bleed. You can make an artistic choice there. Just know what effect you're looking for. If you want it to pop off, you want it to be a contrast color, so a lighter background. If you want it to bleed in, you can absolutely use colors from the background of your PFP as what's around it. If I've seen also where like somebody's got it where they're, let's say this Iron Man was big here, like it almost looks like a zoom out, or a focus in, depending. Both options, totally cool. Just coming in now, please. I would love to get reviewed. Dev. I don't know if we did yours
Miracle.
yet. So we have? Yes, we just did Devs.
Okay. Yeah, we just did Devs.
We have it all recorded too.
Yeah, I'll find the time for it.
We just went over yours. Yes. Yeah. No. The big takeaways. It's beautiful. Like it looks super beautiful and clean. I want some of the layout to be a little changed up, and the link was the big note. But we have it all recorded, so go back and check in on that for sure. And I'd love to see V2
I can actually just copy paste the tips, the points,
the notes.
That we made. Yeah.
Sure.
Why did it?
Didn't like your link. Didn't like your link.
HTTP.
Didn't like your link. Okay. Humble Blaze Knight. Again, this is a really clean. Image. On its own, this looks fantastic. The problem is, of course, when we pull it up, we lose half the information with your profile picture. So just alignment would be the major one. Going back, I love this image. You can add that effect shadow and make it pop as much as it should. The remove background was very well done. And I love already the lighting, and you kept the lighting theme along with the background, so everything looks like it belongs together. The shadow effect can go on all of your text as well. Outline is not the greatest effect to make it seem pop. Going back, outline can work for certain things, but you're going to want to what? How did I? Dude, this was because because we took notes. We actually like evaluated all of you and like actually like took time to look at this. I'm not just like doing this off the cuff. Yeah. What you think we hop on the weekends? Yeah. Fuck that. All right.
We don't rest. Like what? Come on now.
No. I look. We put some effort into this. Like I am reviewing these live and giving my honest. I'm not really going off my notes. I wrote some notes, but like I didn't. I'm not reading the notes word for word. I hope I'm a better public speaker than that. Yeah. And I'm not. I didn't have to go too hard. I just. I've got some notes if I need it. But okay. So again, outline is not my favorite effect. I think it feels very PowerPointy. Using shadows is a much greater way to add definition to your banners, and you can do that on text. You can do that on images. All. I'm gonna show you guys another trick at some point. I'll probably pull it up really quick as a little bonus thing, but we'll get there. All right. So really, Humble Blaze. I think everything here is wonderful. Reposition your wording. Fun. Have fun with it. But I hope the notes are all pretty much the same. As far as shading, positioning, messaging. Okay, those are the big ones, and profile picture redundancy. Even though you have your big self here, it's not that redundant because you didn't just take your profile picture and put another circle of your profile picture here. You don't have two. You did the whole thing where you took the element from your profile picture, made it all nice and big, and it looks like a new image, which is fantastic. So love that. Keep it up. I want to see V2 though. All right. All right, Vina Quinn, I've got yours next.
Oh, here comes
Here we are.
Venus.
This
I
one
actually
is
liked
so
Venus.
dramatic and cool, and
I
like
really
even
did
being a
like
light,
Venus.
I like this one a lot. It's very dramatic. It's very cool, and it's I mean, your profile picture. You took the colors from your profile picture and made something pretty neat. Um, I like how dramatic it feels. But you know what I'm going to say about all this wonderful information here is gone as soon as it's your back. Like it's literally all of it's gone. And I wish it wasn't. You know what I mean? So we need to find a way to, and you've kind of moved yourself into a corner a little bit, which stinks because now you have to reformat what you have here. Maybe reducing some of these arrows possibly could help you. You can cut those back as many as you need to, and
And
move
then
this
just
information over
shift.
here.
Yeah.
All possible there. That would be one thing to do. Again, the shading tool with the effects, shadows. You'll want to do that on your wording so it's as dramatic as this transition image. You can also put the shade on the edge of this so it really feels like this is something sliding over in front of your face. I think that's something that can be done as well. But I really, really like how dramatic it feels. Dramatic is good. The dramatic is very good in art because it makes you feel like art should make you feel some kind of way, right? And that's definitely what this image does. I like it. And then the only other question is like crowns. No, do you know what the symbolism for crowns is, and do you want to represent that in your image? And the only other thing is your crown bleeds over here. So I don't think I didn't notice that. Ha 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 ha. A really easy trick would be to take that image and crop it down to match so that less of it bleeds over. You might have to even double crop it, which is a really weird trick, but you would crop the image once, you would duplicate the image, and then you would crop it a second time a different direction. It's a little weird because you have two angles here. But if you had one angle, you could just crop it back, and then you don't have to do any other kind of filtering. You're just literally cutting that image away. And then look into the symbolism of the crowns, and do you want to put that energy off? It's not bad. It's just
Another
it's
thing she could have done with that, it looks
yeah,
like that
it's a powerful one.
tan is a background with the crowns.
Mm-hmm.
If she had layered the image on the right and then um, the sort of like curved arrow there, it would have went over the crowns and the background. You see what I'm saying?
Nope,
Like,
missed you. Nope.
The crown, if the crowns were, it looked like the background, the left background is a background image that's stretched across, and then if she had used the image on the right, her profile pic image as a layer above that, and then that arrow as a layer above that, it would have cut off that.
Yeah. Well, but then you're gonna have the
It wouldn't be transparent then. Yeah, I get what you're saying. Or it would be
play with it.
Yeah.
Play with it. I'd love to see V2 of Vanna Quinn's banner. This is fun. This is so fun. But no, I really like it. Very dramatic. Really brings out your profile picture and the seriousness of, like, because on its own, right? Like, it's a serious image, but like when it's back like this, you don't quite get all that. There's a lot more, but this is a nice close up on the action of the. It's cool, man. Keep it up. This is good stuff. But yeah, I wish I had all that image or all that information there. Move it over, find a way to show it off. You may have to go in and out a couple of times and trace and see what you can do. I am going to work on a regular old template. It's not going to be like a circle cut out here. It's going to be like a box with an X, and it says just don't put anything here, and it won't be blocked. Yeah. And that way you can drag that layer into your projects, and just kind of have a little template to work off of. But no, wonderful job, awesome work. Keep it up. And am I picking the right one? Here we go. All right, Sabata, you're up next. TSA. All right. So it's very busy. is very busy from the background. The colors blend in. I do see where you're using some of the color from the background image, but I'm losing it. I'm a learner determined to grow and achieve my dreams. That you can stretch the text so that it reads. I probably want the word dreams up here as opposed to on its own line by itself, and that way it looks like stairs. I know that's super picky, but like this is just something you got to think about with your lettering. Like, how does it read? Like, you can either chop it up by I'm a learner determined to grow and achieve my dreams. Like, you want to put dreams on the end there so that it's its own, like, it reads as it, or like it presents as it reads phonetically.
Spacing
Okay,
is important. Yep.
spacing's huge. So, and then you'll save some space, and then you can make it a little bigger. All right. Then it won't blend as hard, and you can also, again, I'll share my bonus trick, but we can fade this background a little bit so that this pops on top. And if this is an image, this fade out rectangle here, if this is an image, you can add shadowing to that. That'll make it look like, poof, I popped it on top. And then you know what I'm going to say about the words behind your profile picture. We lost one. Oh no! And the redundancy.
And you can't
all right.
see what the second one is for either, so that's another.
Nope,
loss.
not at all.
Yep.
No, not at all. Exactly. So we want to move that information to somewhere we can see it, maybe far right. And I'd like to let's not copy Circle's profile pictures if it's already there. We're gonna maybe cut it out. And maybe you can even flip the image, and add it kind of falling off the right side, if that makes sense. If the words don't get in the way, or make it big on this side as well. Just see what works for you, and what other ways we can present your profile picture or something complementary to your profile picture as a backdrop. But yeah, no, I like it. I like it. You're reminding me about my bonus. I'll give a little bonus. Do we want to present winners, or do you guys want a bonus really quick? We've got a little bit of time.
Well, what do you mean the bonus?
I've got a little bonus tip in Canva
for everybody. One too.
Did I miss one of those?
Yeah, Jesse. And then...
Oh, thank you. All right, let me...
I actually really like this one, except for the issues that we outlined.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, Jesse. So yeah, no, it's okay. So let me see where we want to start here. Okay, so we took the image. It's just the square image. I want to see some more creativity on how you can maybe work on the whole snake pit thing. Find a way to incorporate those snakes around your banner. That could be really cool. You can also, yeah. See what you can do to pull some of those snakes, or even get other snakes that make sense to the image, like cartoony snakes. That could be really cool. You've got, let's see how it lays out. But right now, it just looks very redundant. Also, on this pic, I don't even notice that's a cross. I thought it was a lightsaber. You get what I'm saying?
I thought it was a lightsaber, too.
I thought it was a lightsaber, but now, in your profile picture, I can see that's a cross. Okay, so maybe take the light from the cross and expand that shit this way, and like, boom, it's glowing and it's defending against a big ass snake. That could be really cool. Play with that as you will. As you can see, the text is very tiny, and it might even be multiple. Nope, it's not multiple fonts. It's just this one, because it was so long you had to shrink it to make it fit, and I can see the difference. And when it's lined up against these two, which are the same size, this one looks a little off. Okay, so let's find a font that we can like across the board make bigger and bolder. And I like how you used letter spacing. I actually noticed that. So you can actually go in, and each text, you can go in and change the spacing of the letters. So if it's too shrunk together, you can open it up, which is what Jesse did. And, or Jay, or I'm sorry, Jesse Jack, and Jay. So what Jay did here is the letter spacing, great job. I see that. But let's find a font that's a little more poppy and highlight it a little bit. Everything Web3 and fun. This is great. Maybe put that behind your head. somehow up here in the corner. And I really, build off of this, guys. This is free real estate. You can expand your profile picture into something cool. You know what I mean? But yeah, I want to see more snakes. That's just my own personal wish. Do what you will with that. I think it's awesome. And you've got, you got some good information. This information though is bio information. It could go in your bio. That's also real estate space you don't have to use up in your banner. Okay. I think everything Web3 and fun is good. I think that could be the big message. But yeah, I want to see snakes, Jay. I'm glad you're here. Awesome. All right. Yes, V2s, guys. I really want to see them V2s. All right. So that's some we've got so far. Let me just show you guys this. What do I want to use it on?
We don't have a hard stop unless you do, so you don't have to.
I think I'm okay for a little extra. Let me go to. We'll do I think I did it on this one. Maybe. This is a terrible example, but let's let me show you a better example. I did use the trick there, but let me see if I've got probably on this one. Maybe. Let's find out. Yep, I did. Okay, so what do we have here? We have a game night banner. We have Maddox's little. We have my lizard. We have a little bear on my nose, and we have this over this way. We have a little bear on my nose, and we've got shading on all the lettering and all the assets themselves. Again, you're just going to click on those, edit, and then you're going to make sure that shadows is on. I like to use glow because it's going to cover all the images. If you wanted to be a drop, it'll put it on one side, so you really have to know the direction of your light for those, and you can do those. Let's say your light source is in the middle. You can do everything shadows. Or wherever light is, shadow is opposite, right? So if we did this one to the bottom right, we'd want this one at a drop, and then we want to change the angle to bottom left, right? Let's say the middle is the light source, yeah. So you can do it that way, but a lot faster is just doing glow. It's going to be a little bit everywhere. You can also change the size of the shadow and the blur amount. How defined that, let's say it's none, it's going to look like your standard if you're making thumbnails on YouTube, this is a really great outline tool. You use glow, blur amount 0, intensity full, and then you make it white, and then it looks like a sticker, right? You can totally do all these things. Just play around with those settings and don't be shy. Find what works. Now we have a sticker. That's kind of cool. Now. Here's something fun. I want to show you guys this. All right, so you can see that I have elements, I have wording, I have our logo, and I have the title image as a separate image, okay? But the background, let me show you what happens if I remove my trick. Do you see what I just did there? If I don't have my trick in place, everything kind of bleeds funny. The background is taking up more attention from the picture. So if I try to just take it and take down the transparency, I'm going to have the image behind it, a color or whatever. Like I had another image that I was working on, I guess, behind that. So it competes behind that. I can do that, but that's not what I'm looking for. I want attention to be on the front and on the message. So to separate the background from the foreground, with a very simple trick, it's totally free. You take this. I'll just redo it. Go to Elements, hit Square, find a square. Not spell square correctly. Find the regular shapes. Click shape, and then you're gonna drag it on the outside of your background. Okay, and then you're gonna hit Alt-1 to get to your layers. Okay, and you can see it's here. You're just going to want to bring your background, or this is going to be like a filter, okay? You're going to take this filter, and you're going to put it to just above your background image, okay? And then take that transparency tool and drop it back until your front is what's popping, and the background is just faded as much as you want it to be faded. Okay, and you can use a contrasting image if you want it to be warmer. Like you can use like a red if you want it to be red, or if you want it to be like a shadow, you make it black. If you want it white, it's gonna do white. If you have darker things, that's fine. But I prefer usually just a black, a gray. Use your transparency as needed. Transparency will make black many shades. So that can be, that can really like put the, now we have it really dramatically popped, but like maybe that's too dramatic. So just find where it blends out, and now you have a foreground and a background. Okay, so super easy, super free skill. But you can see the difference when you have it, side by side. This side is very black. This side is very light. That's kind of cool, huh? Very cool, huh? There we go. Let's say that was too bright. Now we're focusing on this particular thing in the background. Very, very simple. So there's your free tip of the day for Canva. And I hope you guys find a way to bring the background, put the background in the back, keep the foregrounds in the fronts. Please do that again. Oh my gosh. All right. So we've got. Let me do it again. All right, I'm gonna delete it. Ready? Okay, so we have regular background, regular assets with shadows. Okay, we've done all that, but it still feels like it's blending into the background a little too much. It's a little messy. Okay, so I want to clean it up without having to reformat any of my, at any of my assets and where they're sitting. So I will I'll go over to elements. I'm gonna click on. I'm gonna ask for a square. Get me a square. Okay. I'm going to drag the square outside of the border to cover the whole thing. I'm going to make sure I click it again, press Alt-1, brings me to layers. And then I'm going to take that layer, and anything I put it behind, those assets show up in front of it. So anything we want to add definition or, pop, we want it underneath those. I'm going to make sure it's just above the background image, okay? Because if I put it there, obviously you can't see it. You want it just above the background image. That's what it looks like when it's full transparency. Then you're going to go to transparency and drop your transparency down until you can see the background image, but it's not the main focus of your banner. Cool? Very simple. Very simple, clean little trick. Very, very cute. And you can also be really creative with this. You can make a border if you want, and you can make it focus. It gets a little weird if you have assets bleeding off the page, but let's say you had your message only in the middle. You could do that. It's going to look weird because I have the lizard there, but like, you can make a border, a shadow border, if that's what you're after.
And
you can definitely
we did miss 2 others too. So. We missed 2.
We have to get the 3 others.
No, we had 2 others also. The late submissions, you skipped those.
Really?
Yeah.
The top 2?
Yep, the top 2 just below the I don't know if they're.
Oh, sorry about that. Yeah. Okay. All right. So
back to business. No.
Back to business real quick. Yeah. So a couple more, and then we'll go over the winners, the wieners. I didn't skip yours. I don't know. Did I skip yours, Crib?
No.
Where's
Crib's Abraham.
Did I do that one?
No, not yet. He's coming later.
Understood. Okay. Gotcha. All right. So the first thing I noticed is it's the wrong resolution. I want it 1500 by 500. If you try to put this in your banner, you're going to have all sorts of things cut off, cropping it. And Instagram is cut off as it is. So if this is a trim of the full banner, I want to see the full banner. But yeah, start with the resolution size 1500 by 500. That's the first step. Then again, I like that you used your image here. I see that you're doing that. Let's put some effect shadow on that. Make it pop even more. You can do that on the text again. All that is good. Name, what you're doing. Put this stuff in your bio. Save some time. Save some space on your banner. And these are fine. Just have them in a readable space. I like the font. It's totally fine. All right. Good. So that's that one. And this one here. Let's see. Aha. This one also very fun and dramatic. Can I ask, did you use a template on this one? Is this a templated design? Or because I don't know if I don't know. I might have seen this before. Not a problem to work from a template. Just trying to make it also yours. If you did. All good. Hee 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 hee. But yeah, just that being said, this might be hard to read from afar. The fonts work together, even though they're in different broads, different bolds, that sort of thing. I think this one's a different font from this. Might be too many fonts here. Try and keep it to 2. It's okay to be 3 if you have, don't count the one on the tape. I do like how you used a funny font for poster design and visual branding. I like that. That's cute. That's fine. All good there. However, you know what I'm going to say? We're going to lose it under your profile picture, and I don't like that. So am I your one follower? Good Lord. All right. So yeah, we're going to, I definitely want to see V2 on that. Okay. So good. But it's not too redundant being behind the tape either. So I don't think it's the worst at all. But being right behind your PFP might be looking redundant. So maybe flip the order, putting it on the right could do that. Something like that. So those are options. And I want to see V2. I want to see the V2. All right. Meat and potato time. These were the ones that did the best. As their first rendition. I am still gonna give feedback because I still think you guys can improve. Never believe you're done ever. Because the whole point of all this is like every banner I make for a game night is a learning process for the next one. All right, that's how I look at it. I'm not a master at any of this. I am just somebody who's humbly remaining teachable for the next one. Okay, if you think you're the best at it and you're done, then you're not. Just pop that bubble now.
Creative too, so there's always going to be subjective opinion.
Always,
on what you produce. So
exactly, you can always improve on your stuff. So I'll present these, but I'll also be providing feedback. Do not worry, and I'll do it in order of third place, second place, and first place, just so we all know. So coming in third, we have Veron 001 and their submission. Bloop. There's Veron writes, images that move, letters that speak. Really cool little, saying there. We've got a scroll, Web3 content, X threads, video memes. We have where to find you. Again, let's go into the things. Very, very pretty, very contrasty from a black background, for sure. You were able to cut out your profile picture there. Now let's go into the fun. How does it read? We've got your image flipped, but it does feel a little redundant, especially behind your profile picture. So we can either just use the profile picture as you, right? Or you can also as well take this wonderful cutout you have, expand it, make it bigger, get us close up to the image so that we can see all the wonderful details of your PFP. This one over here, I see this image back here. It has a cutoff at the bottom. Maybe make her bigger and have her bottom falling off the screen a little bit. But if it's too messy, you'll feel that one out. If you're gonna go with the cutoff here, make some kind of purposeful border so that it's in the background. I'm gonna be extra hard on you guys for winning, by the way. So just take it as you will. And then and then again, shadowing for all your images to give the right amount of definition. If it's closer to the front, you're gonna want less shadow, or more. I'm sorry, more shadow if it's closer, and less shadow as it gets to the background image. But yes, overall, very, very clean submit. GG's, and I want to see more. I want these to be bigger. Bigger. But I like Veron writes, and it's in, you took multiple fonts and made essentially a logo, which is very cool. So awesome on that. A lot of moves were done there, and lots of different effects were done.
So sometimes using multiple fonts can work depending on how you use it. Yeah.
You don't want it to look messy. You don't want it to look like every line is a different font. But you do, if you want to use the different fonts to be creative in building the scene or the whole message, that's fine. I think in this way it really worked. So GG's Veron on third place there. Then we have second place is Velocity. Let's look at theirs. All right. Badoop. So here's Velocity's. He did a lot of the things that we were looking for other folks to do. They took their banner image and they cut out their PFP, and then made it a big old face. Always, let me see what I can see from here. So always trust the process. There's their little quote or caption or just messaging, and then a little bit. It's hard to read, so I'm gonna have to click in on that. So that's one of my first ones. Second one, you've got this very dark light shape here, and it's cutting away. Like I'm losing this Telegram emoji. So that trick I just shared with you guys on using the filter with the square can eliminate that and make that pop on top of a light and light thing. Okay, so that's one use case for that tip. You can also put a shadow behind this guy to make sure that it hides any of the trimming, like extras, kind of like when I cut out Terrace's neck and like there was still a little bit of pink under his beard. We use shadow to hide that a little bit. Okay, so that's that. You can use shading on all of the lettering. And I want to see that new tip we just shared as a layer between your foreground and your background so that none of this gets lost. And just adjust it as needed, and sweet. But yeah, it looks very, very cool. I want this a little more center, I think, ideally. I think that would look really nice in the middle. And I'd also like that your head is a little bigger. I want your beard touching the ground, I think.
Even
play with that.
The face coming off of the side of the picture wouldn't have been terrible. You know what I'm saying?
You can also, yeah. If that's not the back, you can totally cut it off like before the eyelash here, just like, and have it falling off the back. It would look cool. I think that's a really neat. It's very dramatic cut, and I like that. And then you could even add in some of the hair as well if you dropped it down. So maybe you did that on purpose to avoid some of the hair, but I think without the hair, you look bald face. So or it looks like somebody stole your face and stuck it on there. So I want to see the edge of. Oh, I see what you did there. Okay. So your remove background took away the white and the beard. So you would just go in and you would add that back in. You'd shrink down your. Once you erase, you can also replace, and you can replace and just go. It takes time, but you have to go in and draw your beard out with the replace tool, very, very small, until all that white comes back. Okay, I see what happened now, and I see what you did with that. So, two things: you could either drag it out and just continue with what you have with just the face, make it falling off, and then you won't have to worry about the beard, or go in and draw that beard in with the replace tool on the remove BG, and there you go. You have your nice white elements as well. And then you can choose to transparent that or not, a little bit, fading, or just make it prominent, whichever makes sense. Okay, but yeah. GG's on second place there. Velocity. I want to see V2. Again, I want to see V2 with everybody, but GG's.
The only complaint that I really had with his,
what'd you have, Tears?
Was mainly the way that he had the let me bring this up here. The way that he had the links here. They look very uneven, like the tags. That was one of my main complaints on that, and the fact that they're kind of like clumped in here like this.
You know how to fix that? Okay, so you don't need the X one because we're already here. Nobody's gonna find you again. So get rid of that one. That's actually a really easy fix. You just take away the X one. You don't need that one. Take your 4 here. Great. Make them bigger. Make sure they're aligned. They do feel like this one's a little higher than that one. Maybe use the image as the center point for the wording. You can drag it up, and there's a midline it'll snap to as well. Make sure that fits. You might have to adjust some sizing, but try and keep the sizing of the lettering all the same, and then work from the images as well to make sure those are all similar in size. Cool?
Yeah.
But yeah, GG's, man. Very, very cool.
The whole like big word blob thing, like almost like a bio here on your profile picture, rather than like little.
Oh yeah, and also a lot of this can go in your bio. This is all good bio information. From Web3 enthusiast to NFT collector, that all can go in your. Find one word that summarizes you, and that can be at the end of this. Join me, let's vibe. Can be a whole nother line.
Yep.
Join me, let's vibe. Try and say it out loud, slowly and abruptly. Like, so, hi guys, do well to join in on the fun. I'm Web3 enthusiast, anime lover, community builder, and there's a space that goes there, NFT collector.
He
Join
could have. Oh, sorry.
me. Let's vibe. You see what I mean? Like, just put the hard emphasis behind every line and see how it reads, because that is how the eyes and the brain work. They just, that, like, whether you're reading it out loud like that, very blah, 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 enunciated, or that's not the word, very exaggerated, or not. Like, the brain is very literal, you know. So use that to your advantage and put everything on the same line that you want read together, if you can. Like, try and chunk it out so that it reads like that. But GG's, all good. I like the vibe, and I want to see that filter over the background, so you really bring out your white over top of this line of light. Okay. Otherwise, it looks
he could have taken, like, the now that I'm looking at it, he could have taken that, like, hi guys, do well to join in on the fun, right? And then he could have done, like, I'm A, and then done bullet points like Web3 enthusiast, anime lover, community builder, NFT collector. Join me.
Back to it though. That's but we're still at that could be bio, meat and potatoes.
Definitely saying that, but just saying, like, that's one way that he probably could have tried to incorporate it better. You know what I'm saying?
Find the message that works for you, Velocity. But yeah, this goes in bio, I think, and find a fun. Why do we trust the process? Maybe answer that question below. You know, figure that messaging out, and I think that could go well there. And I like join me, let's vibe. That's fine for a final statement. But now we're getting into writing techniques, which is something you guys nerd out on anyway. Haha. So good. Nice. All right. 2 classes in 1. All right. And that leads us up to, if they haven't heard their name called, they probably already know. But the winner overall was Mr. Abraham. And let's go into and roast them. All right, so obviously, very dramatic, fun picture. They took their PFP, they pulled it out, and they slapped it on there. It's a nice big old, alpha ape there sitting there having fun. Looks good. Looks good. Looks so good. We have marketing strategist, financial trader, business developer. We have your logo. We have. I like how you put your PFP in. That's redundant, sure, but it's in a creative way, and it works into the branding of now your logo. Okay, and you can reuse this logo somewhere else, and it still works. What's up?
I said you're freezing your video.
Oh no.
Yeah.
How about
now? Let me try to. Oh, there we go. I think. Oh wait, damn it. Hold on. There we go.
All right.
Gotcha.
Okay, we good? We live? Moving fine? All right, very good. Okay, so we have, I want to, bring that background in the background. Put that nice big old, filter on there. You don't have to use a black filter per se. You could use a white filter in this way because it's such a light background, but I think that's a way you can filter that out. I already see that you use the transparency on the strokes, and you use the transparency on these guys possibly to make that happen. That's also possible, but I think you can make those prominent. You can pull the transparency off of these things, and then just do one nice big transparency filter to put it behind every tang. You're going to use shadowing effect on your image to make it pop even further, because we've got a very blurry cutout. I think that'll make it harder and rougher. You can either use that the light shadow, or you can use that hard shadow like we did for this guy, if you wanted it to be dramatically popped. That will hide any kind of weird, fuzziness on the image. If you don't have an image sharpener, that's one way you can define it without having to, result to that. But either way, one of those 2 effects I think would be really awesome. There, again, you can do the same effects on your lettering, your logo, behind those, so those pop off the image some more. And then this is all fine. I think doing since this is an A and in a triangle, think about the same way. Go. You could either two things you could do. You could either eliminate the one that says X, drop that off, and then move these 2 in one line in alignment with the A legs, or if you ever have to use this banner somewhere else or want to, and you want that X there, I would put this one to the right, this one down left, and then this one up top in the middle, like another triangle, but just in reverse. Yeah. So those are two options there, and then everything lines up really nice, man. And I like that you showed that it did. I think the only adjustment would be to take this and just move it just slightly up, just so it's off of the top of your profile picture ring here. And it may, again, like I'm going to make this imaginary box template for, considering a mobile versus a PC, because we were finding through you guys doing it that like sometimes it looked great on mobile and then a little different on PC. Just the squishing of the page. And this is recorded velocity, yes. But yeah, bring that up a little bit and put a nice shadow behind it so it looks like it's, a flapped up tab on top of the image versus as a part of. Okay? But yeah, otherwise, very clean, very dramatic, very, very fun coloring. I like that it works within your PFP color scheme. Everything looks cool there. But yeah, GG's. You are this round, you are the winner of this banner contest. Congrats, GG's. But I still want to see a V2. All right, don't worry. Everybody wants. I want to see everybody's V2. Awesome.
Even the winners. Especially
even the winners. Oh, especially the winners. Yeah, especially. Yeah. I'm pushing you guys the hardest for sure. Yeah, nobody is exempt. Even me. I can do some work on mine. So, but yeah, no, this is all really fun stuff, and I hope you guys enjoyed learning with us on all of this. And in the comments, what's your greatest takeaway? What's something that you wish you knew how to do, but you just don't know where the edit button is? What you need, button wise or filter wise or whatever. Like, share all that stuff in the thread. Keep asking questions. Keep sharing what you guys do for V2. And thanks for having me, as always.
Yeah, dude. Well, you're always welcome. You know that. You're part of the Taurus family. Like, geez. And hopefully I'm part of the Maddox family, and we're part of the Nopera family, and like we're all together in everything we do 9/10 of the time. So I'm super happy having you up here anytime, dude. Yeah. So what I do want to do today is I would like to do a duck race, because we didn't give away as much as we normally do last week, and I would like to make sure that we're keeping on top of the giveaways for this week. I want you guys to still earn and be able to get some rewards from attending. So we can do a duck race. We can do some duck races while we go. Try to get some. Oh wait, Shadi wanted a quick review on his too.
Where is it?
Shadi posted it in the. Hold on, where is it? I lost, because I'm trying to do it with the full screen here without taking away from the recording.
I think I can find it. Hang on.
Yeah, I just posted it.
In the chat?
Yep. I'm using the browser to.
Can you see it? Can you all see my? Okay, cool. It's good. It's clean. I want to see those shadows on at least the shoddy. If this is in the background, if this is the filter, or I'm not sure if this is the filter, or you might have taken two duplicates of the outline only and moved them over so it looks like this really cool bloof effect. Very neat. Again, I like the overall filter idea to put across the backdrop. Keep this up front, keep shoddy up front, and then keep these guys up front on top of that overall filter, just to fade out the background. And that'll make this pop even further. Where'd you get this image? What does this image do? I want to see what shoddy does. I want to see. I know that you're a video editor. I know that you are incredibly talented in those ways. And also, Shadi, I'm excited because you reminded me to announce our next 101 is actually going to be a CapCut 101 for anybody who wants to learn how to make little, 60-second videos, and we'll make a 60-second cut together. Yeah, so that's what we're gonna be doing next. So that'll be the fun one for you. But yeah, dude, I want to see from you. I want to see. I want to see. This is a fun image. I can't say it's bad. It just looks like clip art, and that's no offense to you. It just looks like you found it and just blop. I want to see. Show me some of your editing creativity in here, my friend. And let's use those effects hard and hard. But yeah, it'll be good. It'll be good. But yeah, no, it looks clean. I don't think your PFP is going to be in the way. It's different from your PFP, so nice little addition and backdrop to your PFP. When I see it on your, let's see, are you on? Let's see, is it on your Twitter yet? It's on your Twitter yet?
Is what on my Twitter yet? Oh,
I'm talking to Shoddy.
Oh,
yeah, there it is. Okay, so there we go. No, with the PFP, you know what I'm saying? It's a nice little backdrop. It's contrasting to the very dark colors of his backdrop. He's got that he works in these programs behind him. That's fun. So it already adds those. That's really cool. And I wouldn't add those on your banner because you don't work for those people. You know, even those are your primary, like, you know, hammer and nails, right? You know, I want to see. Yeah, that's good there. I would trade that image out for something, brother. I think you can be creative in that. And if you are going to use this image, totally fine. But don't just use it as its own standalone thing. Make this thing big. Make this come off the page a little bit. Make it fade. Make it, you know, be fun with it. Don't just plop it in the corner. I think you can make that more dramatic in the side here somehow. Okay, make it stretch off the page. Give us a bit of it as opposed to the entirety. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Let me move my Discord away so I can actually read you. Nice.
Yeah, that's the one. That's some of the problems of doing like the Discord lives, because like everything is all in one spot, and if you're trying to record or anything,
yeah.
Really
That's fine.
Um,
That's fine. No, I want it bigger. And I'd actually save your links for your bio, brother. Yeah. But reach out whenever. You know where to reach me. But yeah, we're gonna do yeah, as long as you guys will have me back, I'd like to do a CapCut 101 next, and go into just some basics, and you know, we're all gonna put together a short little. We can. I'm not sure how we're gonna do it. Whether we want to, a full 60-second can be a little tricky, so maybe we'll just stick it with creating a. I need to make an end animation for my own stuff, so I can show you guys how to, you know, just make an animated outro. Exactly, yeah, something like that. Using animated, you know, text and images and stuff. Velocity says I'm always welcome. We'll love it, love it. What is my text or the call to action? So what really made me not the among. Oh, was it your text or your dev? Well, honestly, Dev, there were so many to choose from for one. It was hard to pare it down, and a lot of people, it was their first time. So we took all that into consideration. What made you not top 3? I'd have to remember. Exactly.
Well, I mean, everything that we kind of illuminated on, like I sent you the full text on what the issues were with your banner, and based on that is pretty much the reason why you weren't top 3. What we ended up doing was we ended up taking specific issues and eliminating from like the most basic errors of it to more advanced errors as we went. And that's how we determined which ones were the top 3 and which ones weren't. Dev, where are you? You were Miracle. It was basically the links for other projects in the personal banner. The call to action for me was the main thing that brought you out of the running.
Terrace is a bad guy.
Hey,
yeah. No, he gets to be the bad guy. But no, it's important. Yeah. If you're not you aren't directly responsible for representing something you want to. Yeah. So that's all. I would just change the call to action. But like artistically wise, fantastic, dude. Don't like you're completely doing awesome. So I can't fault you there at all. It's fantastic. Don't be mad. Don't be mad,
guys. So
I don't want to see VT.
What we're gonna do is we're gonna do a little bit of the duck races. We're gonna have some fun. We're gonna do. We got 32 people on the list right now, so
Nice.
I don't know if we're gonna do the duck race depth today. maybe we'll just do the regular duck race, 30 seconds, because it is almost 12, and I want to make sure to draw these winners here. I am pretty sure I've gotten everybody. Let me just double check through the list here. Vina Queen, there we go. Des.
I've got a meeting I have to run off to at noon.
Yeah, that's why I'm trying to do this real quick. Yeah, looks like I got everybody that's been. Oh, we got one more that just jumped in. Who just jumped in? Real quick, call it out. Stark. Okay, I see. Stark. We have one more who jumped in too. Where the hell are you?
The wieners were Viron was third, Velocity second, and Abraham first.
Israel. Who just jumped in? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Who's just
Oh, sorry.
Because I have a full list of names already, and like people are just jumping in, so I don't know who's not on the list at the moment and who is. Oh wait, I don't think I got Emma. Yeah, I didn't get Emma, and I know Emma was here pretty much the whole time. Emma, only one AOL. Dev, Velocity, Fred, McMore, Money, Winner. I didn't get Winner, did I? I don't think I got Winner. That's the one that I'm missing. Winner, and I think that's it. Hi Diana, hi Crystal, hi Salty, hi Just for Hustling. You guys are pretty new here. I haven't seen you guys before. Welcome in. Thanks for coming in and hanging out. Just saying hi. I got Derek. All right. That looks like that's it. I'm going to shift screens here so that you guys can see the duck race. Let me get the... I've got everybody. All right. Let's go. Done. We're going to do this for 60 seconds. Clear. 60. Okay. Set. And top three. Ready? Steady. And go.
Come on, Ducks.
Quack.
All right. We've got...
Oh, man.
Somebody the Great taking out the lead
Mark
at
the
first,
Great.
but we all know it's never the first out the gate to win. Diana's trying to take over first. Viron's trying to grab it. TJ's on his way. Israel's there, but who's in the back? That's what we need to know about. Because always the sleeper, the dark horse that rolls in at the last minute. Roken Seeker's doing a creep from the back end. I see Dev in the back. Let's see. Emma's trying to take it on. Let's see. Roken Seeker's creeping. Derek is creeping. Maddox is creeping. Get off that line, Maddox. What are you doing? Well, there you go. Bye-bye. Maddox is the Senator Duck. Let's see. Fred is in the lead with Gurley second and Crypto Ball third. For now, 10 seconds to go. Who's going to sneak in? Jay is doing a sneak. Who's that on
Dev.
Who's that? Dev is on the top saying, that's mine. That's mine.
Wow, Dev. Congratulations. He didn't win in the competition, but he won in the race. Let's go. Congratulations,
Let's
Dev.
go.
Let's do the next one. Ready, steady, and quack.
Quack, 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 quack. All right, first out the gate is NFT Money saying this one is mine. Easy as money. Shoddy is looking second, along with Monday, and dropping back is Julie. Shua is coming in saying I'm gonna hold on to first for a while. Emma's creeping up to the front line. Emmy is sneaking in from the bottom. There is a nice steady pace. Arkansas is in the back there. Velocity's creeping up to the beginning as well. Let's see. Israel's hanging back. Monroe is conserving energy. No, that's McMore is conserving energy in the back there. Don't sleep on them. Dez is sitting there creeping on first. Only one AOL is creeping on second. Oh, Dez is holding it down at 16 seconds to go, but I don't think it's going to be held long enough. They're using all their energy up now. Who's going to sneak in from the back? It's all up to... Everybody's falling back for their final win. Fred's going. TJ's going. TJ's going. And it's good! Let's go.
Congrats,
TJ.
And last but not least, ready, steady, and quack!
Whack. Alrighty.
That was so like unenthusiastic. He's like
Quack. Maddox is going to be our pace duck for the race at the beginning here. Not for long. He's going to use up all his stamina and say nope. Followed by McMoore, Fred, Israel, Axel. They're sitting at the front line holding it down. Axel saying, watch this, guys. But don't look out for just for hustling is coming up from the top. Vanaquin saying nope, cuts him off real quick. Crystal Gem is sneaking in from the bottom. Salty as well, following in their footsteps or flipper steps. We've got Diana sneaking past Maddox now. Let's see. Monday's there. Dez is there.
Come on, quack,
Crystal Gem ran out of steam. Oh, who's that on the top? Who's that on the bottom? Axel's sneaking up for front. Axel's. I think Axel's got this push unless we've got a final. Noise, Axel. Noise, Axel. Noise. No, it's not the Duck of Death. We're not doing a Duck of Death, right?
No. This one.
Like, I don't got 30 minutes. I wish I did. I would duck this down for the whole thing. Oy vey. We'd have had to start sooner. But GG's, guys. Holy moly.
To start much sooner. I know you got to run, Maddox. I appreciate you so much for coming out and sharing your wisdom and taking your time to go over this with us.
Happy to.
Yeah, we're gonna be doing more of this hopefully in the future and keep these going as a weekly thing where we can get you in here and helping these guys learn and grow and build their platforms and their brands and everything.
Let me know what you guys want to learn about. I do lots and lots of things, so happy to share any knowledge I've acquired along the way. All right, guys. I love y'all. I do have to jet real fast, though, so I'll see y'all on the timeline. Show me your V2s. Tag me when you post them. I'd love to see them. All right? And I'll see y'all soon. Bye.
All right, guys. That was fun. I am super happy that we got the chance to go over all of your submissions this week. 16 submissions total. 2 of them were late, but we had some fun with this. We were able to get people some rewards for today. We were able to get people some rewards for last week for the banners. It's a good day. When I can give you guys stuff, and when you guys are, earning and winning, like, I'm super happy with it. Yep. So we're gonna call this for the day. I appreciate you all coming out and hanging out. It's only an hour and a half today. I might run a couple of... first things first. I do want to say we're ending the Engage. Today's the last Engage. Make sure that if you haven't engaged before, you do engage. I'm not giving you any more information but that. I'm going to make an announcement about it tomorrow, and then we'll go through it, okay? But if you haven't engaged, do engage. And then I'm wiping the leaderboard after that because we were using it primarily for invites. I know some people put in some extra effort when it came to like doing the engage stuff and on top of that doing the invites. So I want to make sure that we do a little more for you guys and you'll get more news about that tomorrow. But if you haven't engaged before, engage today. So that engage post that I put up there, share it, like it, whatever. I don't expect you guys to retweet and everything. I'm just, like saying, hint, hint. Make sure that you're engaging at least once. And, yeah. Other than that, we should have another guest speaker coming on Thursday. I'm confirming all the details today. I will announce it by later today. And we will get that information out to you guys so that you know what to expect for Thursday. This one's going to be meme focused. So it's going to be more around meme coins. And, yeah, Joe, you missed us, bro. It is all recorded live on my YouTube. If you guys missed it, if you guys had a post that you put up there, you guys want feedback, you guys want anything like that, if you guys just want to check it out and see what tips were given and how you can improve your own game without having to submit something, go on the YouTube, youtube.com/TaurusResh. It's the same as my name here. So you'll be able to go on there. You'll be able to check out the video from today. It will be under the live tab. I'm going to be sharing it. I do have to still make an announcement for the winners post for all the banners. I have to make an announcement for the winners for the duck race. So yeah, we're gonna have some fun with that. Axel, where are you, Axel? I want to get your. Here we go, Axel Gilberto. Get your information here real quick so that I can. I gotta unpop it out, I think, because I still have the stage popped out. Which is a little. There we go. Return to app. All right. There we go. So the Zeely list. I have the graphics already set up for it. For the Discord announcement, I'm going to be doing everything all at the same time. That way, I don't have to spam you guys 10 different times. We're gonna do it all at once. I don't want to spam the server. I don't want to spam all of you. I want to respect your paying attention. You know, like I don't like doing post every day. So yeah, we will do them all at once because I get annoyed with the pings. You know, like I imagine you guys do too. Taurus working sounds fun, bro. All I do is work. I live at work. I'm going to say the Zeely the same. I know you guys won't like this, but I'm going to say the Zeely the same as I say everything else. Up to 30 days, expect it within a week or two. All right? But up to 30 days. Because otherwise, if I don't have a hard limit and I give you, well, it should be about a week, then in a week, I'm going to get 50 tickets opened asking where my money is. And it's possible they could be off by a day or two. Or maybe need another week. So I like to give cushion for our accounting team because they my virtual assistant. I need a virtual assistant. I can't afford a virtual assistant, but I need a virtual assistant. I would love a virtual assistant. It would make my life easier. I just can't afford it, bro. Web3 pays well, but it don't pay that well. Come on now. You guys are great, man. All right. So we're gonna have fun with it. I do want to toss up. I just got an era unlocked, so I want to toss up a quick battle for Rumble. We're gonna do a quick 5-minute countdown. I'm gonna post it in there. Copy message link. I'm gonna share it with you guys here. That's what I said. Easy, like your rate isn't that high. What? What do you mean I didn't tag you, TJ? You did win. I was tagging. I know who you are, TJ. And I like the change to your profile pic and everything, bro. I think it looks a lot more professional. I think it looks awesome what you're doing. You're improving your platform, bro. I'm really happy about what you're doing, man. So yeah, just want to point that out because I noticed that. When I saw you make a comment today, and I saw your profile pic, I was like, oh wow, you know. But yeah, we've got a Rumble up right now. We've got a Rumble up. Go for the Rumble because I want to see what modern looks like. Because like I said, I unlocked an era yesterday, at some point. I want to see what Rumble looks like in modern era. All right, and we're gonna do this live. Oh God. All right, that's maybe a little too live because it's like all up in the thing. All right, let's take that off of the live screen because that was a little much. All right, let's do this. I got my winners. All right, where's Miracle at? I got to get his Discord name real quick. Dev. There you go. I like to take the names and record them. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you three can open up a ticket now if you want, and send me. I'm sure that some of you already have tickets open. So open up a ticket if you have a ticket already. Tag me in your ticket. Send your USDT ERC20 wallet address. $15 a piece. You won today. And for those of you who won the banner contest, also open up a ticket, and I will get that recorded. Okay. Oh. All right. 15. Got that. Let's copy of week's winners. Fuck. I gotta fix that when I get done. All right. So let's see. Yeah, add him. I got a bunch of other things going on in the background. Damn it. All right. So we've got 150 seconds, people. Oh, 25 of you are ready to go too. I am ready for this. I am excited for this. Let's go. I am going to disable my video because I can't disable my video. Damn it. There we go. That's much better. So yeah, guys, I'm excited for this. This week is going to be a fun week. We've got Monday, Wednesday, Friday. We're going to be doing the guild hall, like we normally do. If you guys have anything that you want reviewed, if you guys have anything that you want us to check out, I am happy to check that out for you. So just post it in your content submissions in guild showcase. My brain doesn't want to work. I'm in pain. Don't mind me. So we've got that. I got that. We hit 35 people today. We're back, baby. Let's do it. I am super happy with that. I have the quack going on in the background constantly, and it's kind of bothering me. So I'm gonna turn that off. We had a good guild hall today, guys. I'm really happy about how this went. I'm super appreciative that you guys took the feedback as well as you did. Maddox, as always, is an amazing host. This workshop, I would love to be his thing. I'm planning on doing this a little more professionally as we go. A lot of what I do is I've just been doing it and trying to build up engagement and events and stuff for you guys so that you guys can have a good time. I want to get CJN YouTube specifically so that we can have the content all in one place for CJN consistently. I don't have to worry about in the future sending videos over to them so that they can post it up if anything needs to be changed over or anything like that. So I want to get a CJN or CJN Friends Discord YouTube built up. We're going to be getting a restream so that when we get our guest speakers and everybody that comes in to participate in our nights, we're going to be able to have them just actively stream to restream. Oh, hey, we're starting. We're going. Ezia was struck by lightning. Jeez, Ezia. I trapped Mimi pressed an automated revolving door. They ran out of air to breathe. Arkansas slammed Mark the Great with a wooden door. Oh, wait, I'm losing it. Okay, we've got 8 players left. Virion set up camp on a tall tree, but ended up falling down and shattering every bone in their body. Dez slammed Crystal Gem on the ground and broke their ribs. Dez taking out Shoddy with the monster truck. Vina taking out Freddy in the automated revolving door, and Vina got trapped in the elevator. 3 days without food, but reached their limit. Salty incapacitated Taco with a strong drug and proceeded to brutally murder them. Jeez, this one's violent. Salty body slammed Israel and took out their ribs. Mimi was revived by the local scientist. Mimi planted vegetables. Shadow was too anxious to get out and they died of starvation. Monday threw Salty in the air. Their head was chopped off by a ceiling fan. Dez was caught going to the park during quarantine. They were quickly dispatched. Oh, Mimi got knife from a dead tribute, and Jesse found a knife on the ground. Jesse stabs the knife deep into the bone as Monday wailed out in pain. So the police station was so familiar to Mimi Presh, they went back there for safety. Velocity and Mimi hiding in the police precinct. Let's see. Mimi pins Velocity to the wall with a knife. Jesse and Mimi are chilling in the park. Last two, Jesse and Mimi. Who's going to win? And Jesse Jack went on a cruise, but the ship went down. Titanic. Mimi Presh wins. All right. Yeah, I know. You got struck by lightning. Instead of the lava, you get struck by lightning. But yeah, I did want to try that. I like this era, dude. And as we play more, we can get more eras, okay? So I'm going to start doing these more regularly. I'm going to schedule these for like maybe a half hour twice a day so that we can just keep playing the different eras and start building up. Because the more gold I earn, the more I can buy era packs. So I've been participating on their server as well to try to get more backpacks. I'm trying to grind some era packs for you guys so that we can have more fun. I want to get Jurassic so bad. Jurassic sounds like a good time. Could you imagine I know, Virion. I know. You don't have to rub it in. But yeah. So we're gonna definitely be doing some more around all of this. We're gonna be holding this more regularly. I appreciate you guys coming out. 29 of you still. 29 of us hanging out here still. It's always a great time with friends. And this is why I invite anybody that wants to come and join in. Anybody that wants to come and hang out. You're always welcome here at the Discord. www.discord.gg/CJN friends. Come be a friend. Plenty of them here. Yeah, like I always have an awesome time with you guys. I'm a little more awake today. Maybe it's the pain. Maybe it's I don't know. But I'm feeling good today in some ways. I'm feeling good having you guys here, being here with you guys. So yeah, no, hell yeah, I am so happy. And those banners were amazing. Like I didn't know what I was expecting, but I wasn't expecting that. It was actually really, really hard to choose, and like I had to. All right, so I still have to fix that. Apparently, you guys shouldn't be able to start the battles, but you know what? I am fine with you guys being able to start the battles because this is bot spam, and bot spam is an okay place to do random battles. I think I'm okay with this because it doesn't hurt anything. Yeah, I'm fine with you guys doing battles. If you guys want to get together at random times of the day and just launch battles, choose a time. Talk to each other. Be like, hey, you know what? 5 o'clock, let's do a rumble. Hey, 10 o'clock, let's do a rumble. You guys can organize your own rumble events if you want. Like, mi casa is su casa. This is our house, all right? Yeah, no betting. I'm not encouraging betting, all right? That's not something I'm going to do. But you guys can just run random rumbles. I don't give a damn. Like, this is our house. This is our community. We're here to have fun. You know, like, yeah. Gambling is haram. But yeah, guys, like, keep it civil, keep it fun, keep it chill, and we can all just continue to have a good time here every day as we go. But yeah, I'm gonna get these announcements done. I got some other behind the scenes work to do. And yeah, let's kill it, man. Let's have a good time. All right, and on that note, I'm going to thank everybody who's tuned in on live stage. Thank you, Krim. Thank you, whoever's been sharing on X, because I know a few of you have shared. I got bings before from a message that I probably couldn't see, because I tried to see it and I couldn't. Thank you guys for tuning in and hanging out. You're always welcome here at the Discord. Let's have fun together. Let's grow together. Let's learn together. Thanks for playing games of Chase and Change with me. Thanks for hanging out with Maddox Makes. We had an awesome time today. On that note,